Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. What I'm looking at is a beer from Treehouse Brewing Company, a very special beer. This is the Gilded Grove Bourbon Barrel. The Gilded Grove Bourbon Barrel. It is a barrel-aged barley wine, clocking in at 13.1% ABV. A little bit about this beer from the label here. It says, brewed for the first time in the spring of 2022, our blonde barley wine was nestled in the quietest corner of our barrel warehouse and put into a deep slumber for an indeterminate amount of time. Walking amongst these towering stacks of barrels surrounded by the intoxicating aromas of earthy oak, char, and spice, the space that housed these precious wooden vessels of golden elixir was thus deemed the Gilded Grove. We now present to you several distinct expressions of this wonderful treat. So there are other versions of this as well. Maybe I'll get to try some other ones. But this is the bourbon barrel one. Gilded Grove Bourbon Barrel brings us many familiar notes of soft vanilla, oak, and inviting heat, but with added notes of warm baked banana bread, sweet caramel, and brown sugar. This rendition truly gives us a bourbon character that could only be captured through the usage of such a simple and delicate malt bill. Enjoy. Usually I wouldn't read the entire description for a label like this, but there's a lot of information that you get with that. So several different versions of this beer, and this is the bourbon barrel, which I love bourbon. I do love barley wines. I don't know if I've ever had a blonde barley wine, so that's interesting. Or maybe I have, but it just wasn't referred to as a blonde barley wine. But anyway, looking forward to getting into this. I had to kind of work the wax seal there a little bit so I could open it promptly for you guys on camera, because these things are really a pain to get open sometimes. All right, let's do it. Okay, there we go. Most of these types of beers from Treehouse with the wax seal don't even bother putting the alcohol on the label. This one did. Thank you, Treehouse. I appreciate it. Maybe they will do that a little bit more frequently with their higher end barrel aged stuff. I think it's the way to go. I mean, you got to let the customer know what they're getting into, especially if it's this high alcohol. 13.1% for this one. There's your pour. Not a huge head on it, as you can see. It did have a nice hiss, though. I don't know if it was audible on the camera, but there was a nice hiss when I opened the bottle. Oh my god. Caramel and toffee for days. Dark fruit, fig, date, maybe raisin as well. The dark fruit trio, man. A little bit of banana too. They mentioned that on the label, and that's not something that I typically associate with barley wines, but there's definitely a little bit of a banana note as well on the aroma. The oak from the bourbon barrel is coming through. There's a definite woody, oaky, bourbony type feel to it. Wow, this is really, really nice, guys. I had it in the fridge, but took it out to let it start warming. These beers, I really love to kind of let them warm as I'm drinking them. I feel like more flavor comes through as these particular styles warm up a little bit. Man, this is really nice. Toasted bread. Really no hops to speak of on the aroma, but dark fruit, breadiness, barrel presence, banana. It smells absolutely delightful. I am salivating. First beer of the day. Couldn't have picked a better beer, I don't think. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Shut the front door. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Okay, let me get another sip, gather my thoughts. Okay. Man, it's excellent for sure. Oh, caramel and toffee lead the way. Dark fruit shortly after. Nice bready notes in the middle of the sip. Touch of banana, touch of the oak, the woody character from the barrel aging. It's warming going down, but it's not really boozy. It doesn't necessarily drink like a 13.1, maybe a 9, 8 or 9. The only giveaway really that it's higher alcohol is the warming sensation as it goes down the throat. And just, I mean, like the complexity of this beer, if you're an experienced beer drinker, you may not pick up on the alcohol as much, but there's so much going on that you know that this is a higher end barrel aged product. Mm. I don't even know what else to say. This is absolutely incredible. Let's just do a quick recap and close it out because I'm really at a loss here for words. It's that good, folks. It's one bottle per customer limit per visit. It was $18 for the bottle, which I think for what you're getting is an outstanding deal. This is a special, special beer, people. Really special. And if this started out as a blonde barley wine, you can see with the barrel aging, it has really transformed the color. I don't think I talked about it. It's got like a ruby color to it. It's beautiful to look at. And it kind of has alcohol legs. Actually, it doesn't kind of have alcohol legs. It has alcohol legs going down the glass. Man. Okay. Quick recap. Dark fruit, raisin, fig, date, maybe even a little bit of plum. Slight banana note, which is really interesting, really nice. Maybe because it's a golden barley wine and the way that they aged it, that's coming through. That's not typical, but it's there. It's pleasant. Nice, slightly toasted bread, caramel, toffee, woody, oaky, bourbon barrel qualities coming through in the mid to back end. Slight warming going down, very smooth, not super boozy, very complex, nice balance between the malt flavor, the sweetness, and the barrel aging. It is definitely malt forward. There's no bitterness, no hop profile that I can really detect. But for a barley wine, if you've had them before, you kind of know what to expect for the most part, especially with a barrel aged barley wine like this. Outstanding. World class, actually. I'm really blown away by this. I'm gonna go with a 99 out of 100. This is world class. I was thinking 100 out of 100, but there may be one or two that have this one beat. But it's right up there with the Smutty Nose 2015. Although that was a wheat wine, but very similar type of thing. Yeah, this is up there, folks. 99 out of 100. I'm just gonna shut up and end the review because I'm floundering at this point. It's so good. It's hard for me to really talk about. It's blowing my mind. I want to end the review so I can just sip on it and enjoy it off camera here. And this is at least a year old. It was 2022, sitting in the warehouse in the bourbon barrels, indeterminate amount of time, but at least a year. So, Gilded Grove Bourbon Barrel rendition is a 99 out of 100. World-class stuff. Absolutely outstanding. Complex, fruity, barrely, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful beer. That'll do it for this beer review, folks. 99 out of 100 for the Gilded Grove Bourbon Barrel. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you can get this beer in your area, it's worth the price point. That'll do it for this beer review. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.